Okay, folks, I'm going to try to go through this quickly and just explain what's going on here. Okay, so this is the Bowflex Selecttech 552s. They also come in the 1090. These are 52.5 pound adjustable dumbbells. Bowflex, when they designed them, unfortunately, they used these plastic discs that are the selector discs that actually hold these weights into the dumbbell frame when you pick these dumbbells up. That's the only thing keeping those weights in this frame. And they made them out of this plastic. And unfortunately, this plastic over time gets damaged because the force of these weights shifting as you're raising, lowering, throwing them around, curling them, the forces on this plastic cause cracks, radial cracks and cracks around the circumference. So eventually these discs fail, either partially or completely. They'll bend or they'll snap. When they do, those plates become loose or fall out completely. So in the factory setup from Bowflex, you'll find that these plates rattle around in the handle as you're using them. There's so much play because these things were designed with a lot of play inside. They do not hold the plates tightly. That's the first problem. That then contributes, because of the forces of the plates shifting as you're using the weights, to the breakage, and that is what puts you at risk. Eventually, you're going to drop weights out of this dumbbell, and it's going to fall on your foot or on your face or on your floor, and it's going to cause damage. So a lot of people who have owned these sets, they end up stop using them because they become dangerous. And the only fix a couple years back was to buy replacement parts from Bowflex. So you could actually buy single replacement discs. They were about $16 to $18 per disc, plus shipping, just to get the replacement part made from the same crappy plastic and going to result in the same unsafe equipment. Stupid thing to do on their part, but that's what they did. The new versions of these two sets, the Series 2, isn't much better. Basically, it's still relying on a lot of the same, crappy material in order to retain these plates, which you would figure is super important because these things, like any dumbbells, are going to get used and abused. So anyway, what I did was I completely redesigned these discs using 6061 aluminum. And all the geometry is correct, so the selectors still work exactly like they should. The weight is only just slightly less than 1 pound difference of the factory. So instead of a 52.5 pound dumbbell, you have approximately a 53 to 53.5 pound dumbbell. That's it. That just means that this bare handle by itself doesn't weigh 5 pounds. It weighs approximately 5.5 to 6 pounds. Not a big deal. In return, you get a couple things. One is there is no more play. Not like the factory setup. This stuff holds these plates in very rigidly so that when you're shifting your hands around on these dumbbells, doing your curls or what have you, you're not getting plates that rattle around inside the assembly, which is it's unnecessary. I don't know why they went with that approach. The second part is these things are permanent. They are not going to, cause the kinds of warpage, breakage that you see with these. So, it's a permanent fix. They're going to hold these plates better than these things ever held these plates. Unfortunately, Bowflex doesn't care. I tried to reach out to them to talk to them about this fix. They never wrote, they never even responded. They just don't care. In fact, what they would rather have you do, because they don't even sell the replacement parts anymore, is to buy new sets, right? Hey, their solution is buy a new set. Why use your old set? If it's unsafe, buy a new set of just as unsafe dumbbells. Or they could have fixed the design, and they really haven't. They changed, there's the tab on these plates. Used to be a plastic tab. I'll show you after. But now it's a metal tab, I believe. But that's not the problem. The problem is the discs, not the tabs on the plates. So anyway, the new setup works just like the old setup. You do your selecting of the weights that you want. In this case, let's say 10 pounds. And you lift that out of the stack just like you would. And this is solid. That thing is held in there like nobody's business. This solution took me a little while to figure out, to get rid of the crappiness of their factory style. And then I had to figure out how to make them more affordably so that they were about the same price as these were per unit. That was really important. I could have gone with a much more even elegant design than this, but the discs would have ended up costing so much that, you know, it's just ridiculous. Nobody would care about it. So anyway, this is the world's only fix, permanent fix, for the Selecttech series dumbbells. And you see it here. Thank you for watching.